Joining us now are Paul and Peter, and they are father and son, and we're going to be talking about pizza. And I always go for the corner slice, but that's only when it's square. They both make square and rounds. And joining us now, we're going to be talking about the greatness of the taste. Hello and hello.
Hello.
So you were telling me that you've been with pizza your whole life.
Pretty much.
And you kind of thought you were retired, but then your son dragged you back in.
Pulled me right back in.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the story behind corner pizza? Corner square pizza, really, right?
Corner square pizza, yes.
Okay.
Well, I originally had the location there. I was there under another name, so I ended up leasing it to someone else. And when his lease ran out 3 years ago, we decided to come back and try another pizza shop. And that's where Corner Square was born.
One of the things that makes a great pizza is the crust. And you make your crust in a different way. Tell us about your process.
Well, the pizza dough, the way we do it, it's completely different from your average pizzeria. We use 00 Italian flour. It's imported from Italy, and we ferment the dough for 72 hours. So before you can even use it to make pizza, we have to let it rest for 72 hours. So when you do that, it creates air pockets in the gluten, and it makes for a light, crispy crust. It gives you that classic New York style. And from our results have been tremendous. The people love it, so it's amazing.
I love the bubbles. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly,
when it
yeah.
rises, and then
Right.
you're like, I'll always ask for that slice. I'll be like, can I have the one with the bubble? I don't know why, but there's like something lovely about that bubbly crust. So
Definitely, yes.
Yes?
Everyone says the same thing.
they do. I want the bubble, right? The bubbles are great. So what is it about the fact that when it makes that pretty bubble that everybody wants the bubble slice?
Everyone loves the bubbles for some reason. It's the air pockets, the bubbles and the air pockets inside the dough. That's what makes the pizza airy, lighter, and it's actually also very healthy for you too, because the flour is very pure.
All natural.
And that's the difference. So you're importing the flour and you're making dough, I guess, all the time, right? Because once the one dough rises and
Pretty
you use
much,
it, you've got to
yes.
have new dough, fresh dough all
Yeah.
the time.
Making pizza is probably a 3-4 day process, so we never make pizza with the same day's dough. So
Okay. You just make sure that it's like prime before you go. Now, this is a family tradition. It's not just these generation, right? Generation to generation, but please share with us all of your knowledge.
well, I actually learned from an uncle that's from Naples. My uncle Jerry Sciano. He's no longer with us, unfortunately, but he was a great mentor to me. When I was younger, I used to go up and work with him for the summers, and I just fell in love with pizza and food. And here we are today.
There you go. So what are some of the things on the menu? What are some of your favorite toppings or your favorite things?
Well, some of the featured items, I would say our best seller is just regular plain pizza because you can never go wrong with that. Other than that, the Brooklyn Square, we call it the Brooklyn Special. It's an upside down. It's very good. That's kind of what we're known for, I guess you could say. People come there for that. Our cheesesteaks are fantastic. We use sliced ribeye, Cooper Sharp American cheese, and the Nutella sticks. It's great dessert.
Neat. Okay, so when you talk about upside down, what's the process to make an upside down slice?
So basically, we put the cheese on
Okay.
the bottom, and the sauce goes over the cheese.
Right?
And then we put a nice thick layer of imported Pecorino Romano cheese and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Only Italian.
I'm like already like starting to like my cheeks are like, oh my goodness. You also use a product called Hot Honey, Mike's Hot Honey.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I had an opportunity to meet Mike, and so when I meet Mike at this food show, right, all of a sudden he opens up this like almost like Deal or No Deal, like this like this like briefcase with all of his special things in. What is it about that like that punch that kind of like brings a slice to
It's
life?
just got its own distinct flavor. I mean, you could put that, I put it on ice cream. It's great on chicken,
Okay.
fried chicken, ice cream, anything.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic on pizza, especially pepperoni or spicy salamis, which we do a lot of pizzas. One of our pizzas that we make at Corner Square is called the Angry Nonna, which has Calabrian chili peppers, soppressata, which is in a spicy imported a salami, and we add, of course, Mike's hot honey over it.
So Angry Nona, I want to know, is that after your mom or your mother-in-law? Okay, I don't know. I was like,
All the Italian moms,
all the Italian
the
moms. okay.
Sicilian ones.
The Sicilian ones. So your family has a long history, right? And that's what you're bringing forth. What do you love best about working together as a team, as a father-son team?
It's a good question. I mean, I guess you could say I'm a young aspiring entrepreneur. I'm 19, I'm going to school for business. And I always say this, that even though I'm going to school for business, I think I've learned more working with him in a few months than I have all my life in school. I'm truly blessed, to say the truth. You know, my father, he's all knowledgeable. He knows everything. Every time I ask a question, he has an answer. So, you know, as long as he's around, I'm picking his brain, you know, because he's fantastic. He teaches me every lesson I need to know.
He drives me crazy too sometimes, but I love him. He's a lot of help, especially with the social media. He's really good.
It's awesome.
He's doing a great job with that.
Congratulations
kid.
to you. You know,
Very proud of him.
and I love that respect. You know, a lot of times people, I think, lose that connection. And when you can build that solid connection with someone where there's that respect for one another, right? It's almost like a great equalizer, if you will, right?
Of
When your
course,
child
yes.
can grow up to the point where you can like bond and learn from
Absolutely.
each other.
Yeah.
It's not easy working with family,
Nope.
but if you can get it done, it's a great experience.
My son's here today. I don't know if you met Matthew, but Matthew's here today.
I think we did,
and it's,
yeah.
and it's so
Probably
great.
did.
Yeah, so it's nice because he's home from school, right? And I'm really enjoying his company this summer because he finally got to the age where we think each other's cool. Like there's like this cool bond, right? And pizza, every day of my life I could eat pizza. Every day of my life. What is your favorite part of the sauce process? So we talked about the crust, but the sauce and the cheese are also very important.
Well, sauce is a very critical part of making pizza. Of course, imported Italian tomatoes.
Okay.
You have to have the extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, basil. That's all you need.
Simple.
Simplicity at its best.
If somebody's going to try to make a pizza at home, I know it's not as great as the pizzeria, what temperature should they set their oven at and why?
Probably at the highest the oven, the home ovens go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Preheat it.
550.
Okay.
Yes.
Get it all the way up there.
Yeah, it's actually not that difficult. I mean, that's my first experience with pizza is my mom and my grandmother making, I mean, I guess this is what grandma's pizza came out to be. They call it grandma's pizza, but it started at the homes with the Italian moms and mothers making it in a pan. And
You know, I'm getting a little teary, which rarely happens, but I used to love that. Like my mom and I would make pizza. We would get the Pillsbury hot roll mix, and we would take the yeast packet and we would let it rise, right? And we'd cover it with a towel so that it would sit there on a countertop, you know. And then putting the sauce on and the cheese. It was like some of my best memories, you know. And we
That's
we actually
awesome.
call it Grandma Judy's Pizza, and now it makes sense to me. Right? But I used to just love that. I loved the whole process, with your hands creating something.
it's actually relaxing. And every time you make a pizza, you want to make it better the next time. I find it very relaxing. Anyone can make pizza at home. I mean, it's just practice. You can get any recipe on YouTube now, on the internet. And, you know, I've taught a lot of customers, and they're getting better and better at it. And they still come in and buy pizza.
Of course, I was going to say, you know, that's nice, and yes, making it at home is great. But the fact that you're making this dough and you're using the special flour and everything, I know that its taste has got to be insanely good. So I thank you so sincerely for joining us. I wish you the best to your family, generation after generation. It's really truly great to have you here.
We want to thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And now I want to roll the dough with you guys. I want to make some pizza. So, all right, here you go, right? Thank you very, very much, Peter and Paul. There you go. Family traditions. It's all about that and just celebrating the journey of life together. Thank you for watching.